Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Sorry, boys and girls, I got distracted. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the show called Joey Answers Your Questions, the show. In this episode, we're going to answer your questions, look at some memes, and overall just have a great time. Switched the location up because I was getting bored of it. Also, I'm a little bit overexposed, but Demetrios is just going to have to deal with it. I think it's also because I'm next to a window, and the window, it's a cloudy day, so the sun will shift. The sun doesn't shift, the clouds shift. Tabish Khan says, what advice would you give to new YouTubers? If you're a new YouTuber, I would say really hone in on a specific niche. Try to find a specific little community, either on a forum or on a subreddit, and make videos kind of surrounding that topic. It doesn't need to be like a Reddit thing or a forum thing. But you should really have a solid grasp of what topic of videos you're making. And once you develop an audience making a specific topic, then you can kind of branch out and generalize. A lot of people want to make videos about everything, but you're just never gonna have an audience if you make videos about everything. You do have to start off making specific videos on specific topics because there's already a built-in audience, people searching up those types of keywords or whatever. And as people start to watch your content, then you can start generalizing. Other than that, you really have to just keep on making videos. Make videos no matter how dumb or stupid or poo-poo you think the video is, you just have to put it out regardless. Hit that export button, hit that upload button, and then improve next time. Every single video that you put out, you should be improving upon the video. The last video? Yeah, you should improve on the last video. Improve upon the last video. Once again, bad English day for me. Every day's a bad English day for me, but at least I got, a decent amount of sleep. I'm on the up and up in that regard. And I got a WeWork subscription. It's sort of like a, co-working space. So I drive 40 minutes and sit in an office full of a whole bunch of other people. COVID safe, obviously. I don't even know what I'm saying. What am I even saying?
I don't know.
Isaiah says, hey Joey, simple question that a caffeine addict would like to know. What brand of coffee grounds do you use and how do you prefer your coffee? I hope all is well. How's jazz piano coming along? I don't drink coffee anymore, really. I've discovered that it kind of makes me a little bit anxious, and I didn't think it was the coffee that was doing it, but it actually was the coffee that was doing it. I'm starting to drink tea now, and the only reason why I got off coffee to begin with was kind of an accident, is because of my esophageal condition, which I've talked about in previous videos. So yeah, no coffee for me. And then as for the jazz piano, it's not going well at all. I haven't been practicing. I bought an expensive piano to practice, but turns out that old habits die hard. Is that what the saying is? No, that's not a saying. That doesn't exist. It's something like, anyways, I just don't practice. So I need to practice more, and I've actually been really inspired. I've been really inspired by Lemino's videos. I don't know if you guys know who Lemino is, but he makes those kind of conspiracy videos and mystery videos. Really, really cool channel, one of the best ones on YouTube. And I recently discovered he composes his own music for his videos. And his music for his videos are bangers. And I really want to be composing my own music for my videos. Not from now on or anything. I'm kind of not very good at it.
Not quite my tempo. But
I really want to be developing that skill. So stay on the lookout for that type of composition coming from me. Maybe I'll start a music channel. Maybe. Young and Rich says, hey Joey, you mentioned in your video that a person needs to work on themselves and know their path in order to attract people they want as a partner. I don't know if I said that exactly. If you are constantly working on yourself, when will you ever feel ready to be going on to the next thing? When will you ever feel ready to be going on to the next thing and be desirable as a partner? Yeah, I don't know if you misinterpreted what I said, or maybe I did just say that and I need to counteract that. It's not necessarily an attraction thing, like Being on your path and knowing what you stand for and having your stuff figured out does make you more attractive, for sure, but that's not why you should be doing that. You should be doing that for you. You should be working on trying to feel like a complete person, a functioning person. You need to know what your values are. You need to know what your boundaries are. You need to be a whole, satisfied, fulfilled person, and then invite somebody in on that lifestyle. I think that creates the healthiest relationships. Obviously, though, you can't, the problem with that is people will just work on themselves and, just never feel worthy of becoming in a relationship or being in a relationship until they've sorted themselves out completely, which is kind of impossible. You can't be perfect. I think it's honestly just about being honest with yourself, being very transparent with yourself. You can compare yourself to how you were yesterday. You can compare yourself to how you were last year. Relatively speaking, do you feel like you have your stuff together? If not, we're not striving for perfection. We're kind of striving for stability. So work on becoming stable financially, emotionally. Yeah, not even necessarily financially. You can meet somebody no matter what walk of life you're in, but emotionally for sure. I think it's always going to be a bad situation diving into a relationship when you're completely emotionally turbulent. So definitely figure that out, because you're just going to make the relationship emotionally turbulent. So seek counsel. Maybe you need to see a therapist. Maybe you need to address an addiction or an underlying behavioral problem or emotional problem. Just sort yourself out emotionally and you'll be a lot better off in terms of diving into a relationship. And just better off in general. Those things go hand in hand. Wraith says, bro, you gonna post a reading list on the Reddit? No. I'll post it on my website though, which I'm working on. What I want to do on my website is actually have a whole bunch of book recommendations and then a short summary of why I liked the book, what it's about, and my key takeaways. And I think that would be really cool because a lot of people have a book list saying, read this book. It's really cool. But I actually want to even make perhaps even a side video talking about the book and what I think it will do for you. That way you can really gauge whether it's worth your time or not. I think that'd be cool. I could even take one of the videos, all the videos with my phone. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Jack Ollie says, it's been about a year since I've graduated from university now, and I'm struggling with the fact that I haven't grown or progressed much in the past year. I like reading self-improvement books, but I'm not great at putting the teachings of these books into action. I'd say I probably spend too much time trying to decide what to do that I don't really end up doing anything. Any advice or tips? I apologize for the construction in the background. Love your videos, man. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Jack. Stop reading so many self-improvement books. What are your hobbies? Read books pertaining to those and try to make progress in those areas, those specific areas. You have a lot of domains in your life. Everyone does. Everyone has, they might be into the gym. They might be into engineering or something. They might be into chess. You have a lot of different areas, some more constructive than others, but self-improvement isn't really an area in your life. It's almost an enhancement to the areas in your life. So if you're really stuck in a rut, reading all this sort of cyclical, repetitive, self-improvement-y stuff, try reading books pertaining to things that actually interest you and improving the actual specific domains of your life. Self-improvement books, after a while, start saying the same things and they become really dull, and you can really get desensitized to them. I sure did. And one of the things that helped me get out of that rut was to stop reading so many self-improvement books and start reading books and intaking information in weird stuff. You can read about space and you can read about wood cutting or something. I don't know. Read different things. New input, new kind of novel input will create new and novel output. If you're stuck doing the same things, try giving yourself different input. So that's my advice to you, is read a book that seems kind of cool, but it has nothing to do with improving yourself. Just give it a read. You'll probably get some new ideas. Biographies are also pretty good for that. Biographies of people that you just find cool. The people are generally pretty interesting and they got to where they were via some pretty interesting methods. So yeah, try to learn something. Not condescending. I'm not a condescending person.
You are a worthless, friendless, little piece of shit.
RJ says, yo, what it do?
What it do?
Question. I'm about to be in my senior year of high school and I've always struggled at letting go and enjoying life without any worry. You have any advice to help me with that? Also, you have any advice in general until I actually have to be an adult? Love the videos and Godspeed. Yeah, I'll prescribe you this. I'm not a doctor, I'm just a dude, but I will make a prescription. I would say learn to intentionally have leisure time. And I know that sounds weird, but just as important as intentionally spending your time being productive is intentionally wasting time. It's not really a waste of time. Intentionally giving yourself a break. Because a lot of people get in the habit, myself included, of always thinking I should be doing work all the time. And since you're incapable of doing work all the time, you spend some time on the internet, and while you're spending time on the internet wasting time, you feel guilty because you should be doing work. So it's kind of a lose-lose scenario because not only are you not doing work, you're also not really enjoying the time wasting either. So the solution to that is to parcel your time so that you're being very intentionally productive and also intentionally carefree. Allow yourself to be okay with having fun.
It's about fun.
What's that?
Be like, okay, for the next 2 hours, I'm going to have as much fun as possible and I'm going to allow this for myself. And it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it really is a good idea. And I can't wait to, I sort of came upon this information today even, the importance of doing this. And I really need to implement that in my life more often. So maybe we can do it together, RJ. It is RJ, right? Yeah, it's RJ. We're good. We're homies. I know you really well. No, I don't. Tegan says, hey Joey, it's me again. If you know who the hell I am. Of course I know who you are, Tegan. You're the guy who was doing that thing that you didn't want to do. And then I said, don't just not feel bad about doing the thing, just don't do the thing. I remember that conversation. Just a simple question. How can I overcome the fear of rejection and finally go talk to me people? Of rejection and finally go talk to meet people. Keep ruining our lives. I will continue to ruin your lives. So I went over this concept in a video called How I Learned to Make More Friends. And it's basically the concept of rejection being a tool, a very useful tool to help sift through garbage. No, people aren't garbage, but it's basically sift through people that are compatible with you, and the ones that are compatible with you drop to the bottom, or maybe do they stay on top? I don't know how sifting works. Basically, I can't speak. It's a bad day for talking, man. Of course, there's the plane as soon as I gather my thoughts. Essentially speaking,
I'm gonna shoot you in your dang eye, in your dadgum eye.
if you have a strong sense of identity, if you know who you are and what you stand for, you're not going to be compatible with most people because most people are different than you. You need to be fully accepting of the fact that you're going to be rejected by people who don't line up with your same values, your same political beliefs, your same religious beliefs, etc., etc. And if you're okay with yourself and you're confident about yourself and you actually know that what you stand for is true, then it is beneficial to you to be very clear in your communication about those things as early as possible in whatever human interaction you have, because that helps people reject you sooner. Because it's better to be rejected sooner and feel that acute rejection, and then you go off to meet more people, blah, 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 than to shapeshift and, make compromises on who you are over the course of a long relationship, even a long friendship, and then you eventually hit a lot of brick walls. Obviously that there's, you can't line up on everything with everybody, but there's certain deal breakers with some people. It's just gonna be the cause of a lot of conflict. All I'm saying is be you, be unashamed of being you. It sounds like cliche advice, but really stick to your guns and let the cards fall where they may. That's all I got to say. Rejection is a useful tool. It's underutilized, underrated. Get rejected. It'll make your life better. Other than that, it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode. We're not gonna check the meme page because we're not gonna check the subreddit because I checked there and I kind of went over a lot of the memes and posts on there already. I'm gonna let the memes and the posts and whatever accumulate. I'm gonna hire an English tutor who can teach me how to speak better English because clearly I'm having a rough time right now. Or maybe I will just be better. Maybe I gotta just be better, you know?
Me too, kid.
Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.